Hello, everybody. Welcome to Make It Monday.
Yep.
Right? It's Amy and Jim. What are we doing today, Jim? We are mitering.
Yes, doing easy miter corners
Easy.
without even marking.
Mitered corners. All right. Hello, Barbara.
Hi, Barb.
Yep. So perfect. So easy mitered corners. And so, okay. What do we got to do?
Oh,
What
it's
do we
up to
gotta
me?
do? Yeah, you can. Let's show our beautiful faces to everybody.
Okay.
There we are. I have a bad hair day today. Zach dropped Yeti the dog off, and I was only half dressed. And by the time I got downstairs, and he's wild, and anyhow, I was already half in the sink, and he was like, "I just have to." So anyhow, so I forgot my hair wasn't done. So it's just flopping around up there. So everybody, hello, Chris.
Hi, Chris.
All right, perfect. So we're doing mitered corners today. Right before Jim starts, New Year's Eve, sewing in circles. Sharon's going to join me, so it'll be a little more comedic probably than anything else. So, but Jim's doing. We're doing easy mitered corners today. Like we overthink mitered corners, and so this makes the perfect frame to fill different fabrics in for a placemat, or even if you were just hemming a napkin, it doesn't matter how deep this is, right?
Right.
Just matter how you fold it's how deep of you get. So
Yeah.
All right, Jim, work your magic, babe.
Jeez. Okay.
Work your magic.
So I'll go to the machine.
All right.
So basically, what I have done is I just went and serged the edges with my serger.
Yeah. So you give yourself a nice finish because there's a lot of different things you could do with this. Like let's say you're doing a frame for placemats. You want to change out the middles. This is the perfect way.
Yeah. Now, if I wanted it more solid, I would have put in more textured thread or a heavier cord, but I wanted it more open so you could see that it was serged.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty.
And then the fun thing about it is you don't have to worry about turning a corner. So if you're not good at turning a corner,
right, you just run off the edge.
You could be
an edge runner.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So it could be an edge runner, right? And then what you have to do is just go and decide how wide of a hem you want.
Right.
So basically,
now we're trained professionals, so we turned our corners, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Jim says
we're trained.
We're trained professionals.
So basically, all I did was decided where I wanted it. So I'm going to fold it in half, and I'm going to match up. Whoops, you can't see there. Folded it, and I'm matching up the serging.
So you did a 45 fold right on the corner, right?
Yeah.
Just folded match your right sides together.
And as Amy would agree, I kind of want to be really accurate.
Yeah.
So I'm going to put a straight pin in the bottom part of where it's serged. So basically where that was serged, I have it pinned. So I kind of lined up both sides.
Because that will be noticeable, right? That's, yeah.
And I'm actually going to move it down a little bit. So, and then what you do is, if this is where the fold of my hem's going to be, I'm going to leave my finger there, and I'm going to have that as my pivot point. And I'm just going to fold that corner down, and I'll give it like a little finger press.
And that's the depth of your frame.
Right. So that's the depth. And I'm going to line it up right with my needle. And I'm using my M7, well, your M17. So I could bring the needle down in.
Jim's touching a needle screw, which is like right above the needle. So you don't have to reach all the way over to the hand wheel.
Yeah.
It just kind of rolls down so you can get perfect placement that way.
So I'm sure that, well, I have the needle in the fabric, but not into my fold. So I'm going to sew right beside that fold. And I'm just going to do a couple straight stitches. And I'm using a contrast color so you can see the stitching. So I back stitched, coming along this side. When I stop with the needle in, I'm taking my straight pin out, and I'm going to flip that fold out so I don't catch any of it. And I'm going to sew right to the edge, back stitch, cut my threads.
Yeah. So Dorothy asked the question, how do you determine how much depth you need? I think it's a visual thing, correct?
Yeah.
Like if you want a 2-inch frame,
fold it 2 inches.
Fold it 2 inches, but you have to do the math so you don't end up with
Right.
a 6-inch middle and because you've used all your frame space. So that was just going to trim close or 1/4 inch-ish.
Yep. And then you open it up, and I'm going to finger press this open. If you have like a point presser, you could always pop that over that and iron it with your iron. But I'm just going to finger fold it Use my tip of it very carefully.
No.
Very careful, but I got my miter.
Look at that. So that gives you a nice open box, right? Which is kind of cool. And so even if you hem this fabric, whether it was a roll hem or a turned hem, it would be the same technique. It has nothing to do with your serge or finish. It has to do with folding that, right? Make cute little coasters.
And I could, put that, contrast fabric inside and top stitch it if I was doing a placemat.
Right. And if, like I said, it could be lightly quilted.
Yeah.
And then you could just use an insert for your different holidays, or, you get a tea stain or something on it. You pull that out, you put the fresh one in. You're not washing the whole placemat. You're just washing the.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
That's what I need to do with Yeti's placemat. He's a black lab. You guys don't know, he's a year and a half, and he slobbers. He drink. Anyway. So Doris says it's dangerous. Why is it dangerous?
Oh, when I was using my scissors to point it out.
That's wrong. Bad, Jim.
I was showing what not to do.
Exactly. We're like, oh no.
That's what's not to do.
And you know what the weird thing is? I do it too. And every time I go to pick up my scissors, I'm like, oh, you shouldn't be doing this. And poop, poke a hole.
And I got a color point tube turner, but it's at home right now.
I know. Well, I guess mine's out there. But anyway, so that's the scoop.
Yeah.
So that's how easy it is. So fusible fleece on the fabric. Sure. Why not? Again, it's as long as you pin well, so you get your corners right. So basically you just folded
right sides together, matching like the finished edge.
Right. And then you pinned it really well. So this didn't shift, because if this doesn't match up, then you have a funky.
Yeah.
Right. So if you measure up 2 inches and you fold that.
Well, actually, no, we want to measure 2 inches this way.
That way. Right. So you fold this way.
Well, you fold it down and you want to line up the edges so it's nice and straight.
Yes.
And then you sew along the fold.
So along the fold this way.
Yeah. You don't catch the fold. You sew along the fold.
Right. And then however deep this is.
Yeah.
That is your frame. So you may have to do like a scrap to get your math right.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't know how to figure out, like, if I'm, you know what I mean? Like I'm bad with like, oh, I got to add an extra 6 inches because I am doing that. I would have to do a fake one and measure.
But that would be good too. Like if you were doing, let's say a wider hem and you wanted to do that on the jacket. And then that would be like your pocket too.
Yes. Hello, Miss Agnes.
Hey, Agnes.
Do you miss us yet? I got a card in the mail for you today. I'll forward it on. So.
Hi, Evie.
Yeah. So we just thought that was an easy peasy way to do placemats, coasters, even a long table runner. It could be a rectangle. It doesn't have to be a square, right? It could be anything. So,
and if you're good at it, you can even do it on your serger.
Yeah, I agree. So, hi from Connecticut. Hello, Connecticut. So anyhow, but that's how easy that is, right?
Yeah.
So if you're bored, hi, Miss Carol. New Year's Eve, I'm going to be here with Sharon. So if you're a member of the Guild, which is our little Zoom meeting we do for show and tell and problem solving and sharing what we do, that's from 7 to 8. If you're not a member of the Guild, go to amysews.com. You can join. You can join and get out if you hate us. So you're not going to hate us. But anyway, and then from 8 to 10, Sharon and I will be here live on Facebook doing sewing with the circles. Right. So we're going to be doing circles and applique, circle with a thumbtack. If you have a circular sewing attachment for your machine, that's great. If you don't, we're going to just wing it with a thumbtack. So I'll repost on Facebook today the supply list if you want to play along with us. We're just going to be here stitching and laughing and having fun. So if you're home with nothing to do on New Year's Eve, you can pop in and join us. It's free. We're just here. So that's what's happened. PJ's got a party. Jim's got a party. Got a party, Jim?
No.
Okay. Well, Jim can join us from home.
I'll remotely join.
Remotely join us, because it's a long drive. Yeah. So anyhow, so that is the scoop with the New Year's Eve, right? We're gonna do sewing with circles, and all machines are welcome. And I chose doing decorative stitches. We're gonna talk about stitch placement, stitch stacking, mirror imaging, that kind of thing. Because everybody has decorative stitches.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't want to make anything that people don't all have. So I need the circles I can get mine. Come out right. Well, hopefully, Jane, we can help you with that. So, and then here is our miters today for Make It Monday. That's good. Dean.
Oh.
She got champagne. So I have a surprise. Sharon doesn't drink. I have to drive home 25 miles. It's not like I'm going to like drink a whole bottle of champagne. So I found some sparkling cider that's about 4 years old.
Might be
Not too bad.
very sparkling.
Very sparkling, right? So I'm gonna show you guys how I make my glitter drinks for New Year's Eve.
We'll save those
So,
cookies for that,
That's
Have the
right.
limoncello
Jim
cookies.
brought cookies today, so we're good. All right, everybody, have a terrific day. Get ready for the new year. I think we always make resolutions. I quit making them because I don't keep them, so why disappoint myself one more year, right? But I think it's a good time. Jim and I talked about it, to think about your sewing equipment. When's the last time you dusted it? When does it need oiling? When's the last time you cleaned your bobbin case?
Change your needle.
Change your needle. Pick up your chunks that you're never, if it's a project you haven't done in 2 years, you're never doing it. I'm just saying, go.
Yeah.
Like pass it on to a friend.
When was the last time you cleaned under your throw plate?
Yeah, under your throw plate, under your cabinet. Get all your pins off the floor, right? So I have to, Kathy cleaned up her son.
Good for you, Kathy.
I have to clean everything up, put everything away, every scissor back before I start a new project. I cannot work in clutter. So it's kind of hard in small spaces to do that. So the scan and cut subscription box, class only and box only, January 1st, you can join us. We're doing
Want to tell them about the box?
we're making another cool box. You guys love the cartonnage so much with the triangle box we did. Jim has a fancy one planned. The serger box for January is a quilt, table runner, placemat, whatever you want to do, some fun piecing with your serger. And of course the Zoom, the guild at Amy Sews is for everybody. It's only $14.95 a month. We bring in a special speaker, and then you get to show off your projects, because we just want to build a community that we appreciate each other. I make something and I show it to Ed and he goes, that's nice. That's as exciting as he gets, but we want to celebrate you. So go to Amy Sews, check out what's new in the subscription and join us. Get ready for the new year. We will see you New Year's Eve at 8 p.m., 7 at the Guild. And we'll be in touch, right? This is just Monday. So we have Flippin' Friday coming up. And anyway. All right, everybody, have a terrific day. Have a safe and beautiful new year if we don't see you, because the more you know.
The more you sew.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.